Supreme. What's good? Like, yo, we ain't seen Naga, yo. Where Naga been at? Been doing my thing. Catching these downloads like a downloader should. You know what I'm saying? So I've been catching these energies. And just, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, y'all stay by certain disciplines. And I got to keep, like I always reiterate and tell y'all, you got to take it and give it to divine first to find out if it's correct. So a lot of shit that we fight over, that we complain about, that we stand on, these are potential circumstances that come from the equality or the non-equality of circumstantial situations. Y'all be tripping myself the fuck out because I be sitting back like, they don't know I got 5 aces. Anyway, let's get into it real quick. Y'all already know all the things, but I believe it's something to do with the interpretation or the input of that particular energy that makes it supreme. So if you've been following any of my videos, right, you've been listening to me build, you heard me say things like in the last couple ones, the representation of the world, things that represent the world, that are of value of the world. So we're going to go way back, right? We're going to go way back to some of these punk ass stories that these people be creating to have you all in awe of a fucking story that had nothing to do, but was actually a plan or a piece implemented into the chess game that you didn't even know came as a piece. And you don't have it, but they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't be playing chess. They be playing, we playing chess, but we making up our own pieces to play with. That type of shit. So let's go to the narcissist concept. Everybody always talking about the narcissist. The narcissist is an implement. Narcissist ain't even real. It's a motherfucker that they created a story about. You know what I'm saying? A person that they wanted the story to pan to that value of the villain. So think about it like this. If you never in no stories, you ain't never in no stories. You ain't even in existence. You ain't nowhere in existence, nowhere. You're nowhere. There's no place. It's like when you go back to the real stories, the ones that got destroyed, there's no story of these other circumstances that we deal with today. It don't exist. They don't exist. So that means it had to be made up. It had to be made up. It had to be made up in the way that you revered it in a way as an issue. So when you revered it in a way as an issue, it became a problem. And problems are to be what? Solved. So now when you got problems that need to be solved, you can echo that shit through the rest of the time because you accepted it. That goes back to that last video we talked about acceptance. You know, the whole government shit, everybody out there, yay, cheer. Yeah, let's vote for this motherfucker. So it's the same thing. They had to do this shit in stories back in the day because it wasn't TV, it wasn't plays, it wasn't newspapers, none of that. So they had to make lies. They had to, you know, it used to be a dude that, I think what they called him, a threp. It might have been a threp. How they called it back in the day. It was basically, he was like the do boy for the king. Do whatever the fucking king tell him. He's a fucking little ass motherfucker. Hey, yo, get your ass up, grab that, let's go. That's who that was, the threat. So the threat used to, like, he would run back and tell the people the stories. He would tell people, like, yo, the giants came and the giants they fought this way, but your king, he was strong. And he would tell the stories. You know what I'm saying? But he also was a do boy. So this person was basically your social media. He was your newspaper. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was. It didn't matter as long as he upheld the story or the value or the experience that they went through at the moment. That had nothing to do about the people. That's how you separated. That's how they started separating values like, oh, the kings, the warriors, the peasants, the people who won't fight and all this shit, the knowledge, the spiritualists. That's how they separated, by making stories of these particular values, right? Why am I even speaking towards this as a thing? Well, initially, you got to have something to believe in if I'm going to control your simple ass. And I got to make it for you to believe in. So narcissism ain't even a real thing. It's just something because, you know, people, y'all really get overtaken by plasma energy. We are plasma beings. So not for nothing, if I put information in something that your body absorbs, right? Because I had to first find out how information was imprinted on electricity. And once I found that out, I can understand how to imprint onto your biometrics through plasma, because you're a plasma pumping being that has electrical synapses all through your body because of the friction of the plasma being circulated through your body. So it allows what? Experience impression. It allows things to be imprinted on your electrical synapses. I'm not trying to get too scientific. I'm trying to keep you in that headspace, because I'm about to go somewhere with this. This is where all this information came from. And then it started replicating in different values. This is why you got TV, plays, movies, and all this other shit now, newspapers, magazines, and all this other shit. That's why it's there. That's a long run of that being in existence for you to sit there and be like, let me see what the fuck is going on. Instead of being happy with what you got, everything natural all around you, right? So then these things became the value. You was never afraid until you was taught fear. Just like other people was taught the royalty. Now, other people was taught to be royalty, right? Other creations was taught to be royalty. We come out the womb royal. Yo, my grandson mad demanding. You don't understand nothing but, yo, you're going to do what I want. I'm going to let you know how I feel. And you're going to do it eventually. You're going to make sure that I'm calm and I'm at peace. My grandson, I said my nephew, my grandson, you know what I'm saying? Watching my kids when they was growing up, when I was a baby. Most babies in our culture, they already know what they deserving of, slightly because the unconditional love states that as a value. When people grow up and they say I didn't have love when I was growing up, basically what they said, there was nobody there to care. And it's not. Everybody replicates that value to try to put themselves in the same situation. Like, nobody cared about me. I got things on my own and all this other shit. They think that shit sound good. When in fact, it doesn't. That speaks to the value of the confusion within your family, not being able to understand who the fuck they are. That's why they treated you this way. One thing got nothing to do with the next. But then that means that was inducted from something that they went through, so forth and on, all the way through your history. So don't look at it like, damn, I don't get love. You know what I'm saying? Nah, baby, state the value of your royalty. Watch a baby. And why you don't act like that now? I ain't talking about throwing temper tantrums and all that shit. I'm talking about standing on your basics. Making sure people stand on the basics. We forget the basics as we get older and be like, nah, I don't need none of that. I'm good. How you good? What's good for you? Do you even know what's good for you? Or you rather go dump a bunch of nasty shit in your body? Like, they mad that China not going to send no more citric acid for the foods or whatever. Well, citric acid is made out of black mold. I don't want that. You don't even know that because you know what I'm saying? You don't really know. You're so addicted to the system. And, you know, we spoke this shit a long time ago. Like, yo, people going to be so addicted to the system that when the shit start falling away, they're going to be like, oh, my God, it's gone. So what? It's been killing you anyway. Just saying. It's been killing you anyway. So, not more than that, right? More than just that. The fact that these functions are created and recreated in your mind as a value, you run into this shit as addiction. So this is why we talk to each other like this. This is why we look at our people like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we look at them like, you looking at you like that. So you still not comfortable with you because you still trying to better yourself. Why are you trying to better yourself? Who told you need to better yourself? What's better? If anything, you need to put down what you thought you learned from other motherfuckers and get back to that natural state. That space to where you're not going to damage life. You respect what's around you because what's around you can hurt you. You know where you come from because what you come from gave life to everything that's around you. Basics, right? And you treat people with that same level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, the women shouldn't be out here running the social media trying to build nothing. It's not even your fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all sit there talking about, oh, ain't nobody gonna put no time into me and what I want. You don't even know what you want no more. You was here in the function of what you're able to do. And you supposed to want that because that's your capability. A fish don't want no more to do than to swim and to eat. And maybe slow down a little bit and put his little fins in automatic mode so it can float there and sleep for a while unless something gonna come get it. You know what I'm saying? Fish don't want to do no more than that. But y'all get out here, y'all want to do everything that you're not. And then you wonder why relationships and families don't come together. It's because the women are not speaking love into their family. They're not speaking unconditional love into your family. Y'all not speaking overall compromise. Y'all not speaking, you know, power into the men and security into the woman to be peace. Y'all not doing that. You're sending your own offspring out as agents for the system. Everything that they want in love has to do with what the system creates. But then the feedback has already showed you what the outcome of that's going to be. And then you get mad when the feedback come the way you don't want it. Like, why you ain't like the system? Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't a good slave? You ain't saying those words, but you saying it indirectly with the other shit. I can't have this unless I got a great slave. You got to be a great ass kisser. You got to go out there. I'm not doing none of that shit. Fuck out of here. If I was put here to motherfucking give somebody my time in life, then that's what it'd have been when I came out the womb. Divine ain't make no mistakes, people do. And not for nothing, for everybody to be liberated and to feel good about something, everybody got to be on the same page, or at least have the same opportunity to express in their own frequency and place in existence where they stand. That's the only way that's going to even value. That's why motherfuckers develop hate, because the stories that they created back in the day, they made you look at these things. And now you can say, I can feel like that. You can't feel like nothing. You can't feel like nothing. Why you addicted to that shit? You mad at me? Because you slow. You mad at me because you can't be happy with nothing. You mad at me because you got to have something to be happy. And then these motherfuckers so damn slick, they make you feel like they put that in motion. Think about this shit. You got these motherfuckers talking about, yeah, the prophecy says they're going to be happy with nothing. Don't you think these bitches put that shit in? What's something to you, though? What is something to you? So it got to be a car, house, crib, money, all this. That's something. That was made. Also, what's more than that something is the something that allows you to breathe, walk, digest, shit, have light. That's more than the something that they created. Keep in mind, everything is a carbon copy of the natural value. The natural value. You need lights. It's bioluminescence all through the earth. It's lights. It's rocks that give off electrical frequency. We created drills and shit. It's not like we can't make a drainage system that don't need tubing and pipes. You drill through rocks. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that's in carbon copy to the original value that wouldn't have been disturbed. But the world needed you to, the systematic things of these creatures, they needed the world to induct people for slavery and control. So now everything is based off that same value, even down to love. And then y'all sit down and be like, oh, that didn't work on them. That didn't work because I'm not addicted to the system. I'm not addicted to none of that shit. I can sit around. Like, you know, the most embarrassing things that happen to people in life became the shit people use to build a character. And that shit is crazy. Oh, we going out and my man ain't got no money. Or we going to eat and shorty ain't got no money to eat. Or I'm not doing nothing extra for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing this. I don't even know you like that. And I'll be like that too. But that's because we deprived in the system to be that way. So now the value of what normally would be that real connection is based off something materialistic. So yeah, I can see the default. It's like send it back to that every single time. Why? It's not even a value. Back in the day, we could walk around the park, chew bubble gum and drink a quart of water and had the best time, you know what I'm saying, with whoever you kicking it with. Yo, what you about to do? Go home and shit. When you come through, I already had something cooked. I ain't got nobody. I'm chilling with nobody right now. Why don't you come through and eat with me? Word, that's what's up. What you cook? I'll cook some steak and All right, word, I'm gonna slide. Come with you. I'm gonna bring some bud and shit. We gonna chill. Niggas started hearing those stories and changed it. Oh, all I gotta do is get this bitch some bud and shit tap. See, it's scumbags in the world. It's some scumbags in the world, but everybody not like that. Those good things that used to happen for good people because we was on some natural shit. Oh, I'm about to go kick it with Shorty. I'm about to surprise Shorty real quick. You know, niggas will sit back and have a lot of hate in their heart and they'll be like, oh, that's what he did to get that. That's what niggas would say. Oh, that's what it take to get her. So it's got a lot of fake shit running around. And because it comes in that body and then you got addicted to a materialistic value, you started playing, well, if they can't come like that, I don't want it. So wait a minute. The whole time, that means the genuine aspect was on the person who did it the first time, to have somebody steal it from them, being nice to your ass, but then you ain't even have it with you. You just revered it like I got something. And then that addiction took place and ran off. So was it really that dude that people pointed out, oh, you ain't this strong, or you ain't got this, or you ain't, was it really him from that genuine purpose? See, he wasn't doing it to get nothing. He was doing it because he genuinely liked you. Somebody else saw, that's all it took to get you. Somebody else saw, I'll do this better. I'll go get a couple dollars. She's going to be on my top. That's how most niggas move. They don't think correctly. So y'all be sitting out here talking about, oh, the aesthetics. Well, you're not using your heart neither. You're not looking at nothing. You used to feel it when a real nigga came at you and he really did something for you. You felt that. Like, that shit gave you goosebumps. You was really feeling that person. But then now you feel like that's what you're worth. How are you worth that? Shit get deep. Shit get deep, and I just said a whole bunch. And that shit gonna go over a lot of people's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. So then you can't even come out your mouth and say XYZ did whatever because of whatever. That's not even the format of the value no more, because you've already chosen and put yourself on a standpoint of what needs to be received by you in order to have you. So that makes you a materialistic value. You a cost. It's a price for you. That means you more inanimate than anything, because you won't get chosen by love. You won't accept love. You're going to accept something inanimate. So now it's a price for you. How you ever going to be as important to me? What I love ain't got no price tag on it. If I love it, you can never pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a price tag that can ever say, yo, can I buy that from you? That's what you love? The fuck out of here. You fucking around and get smacked. Disrespecting me to put a price tag on something that's lovable, that was given by the divine, unconditional love and process. How you put a price tag on that? And as a woman, how you want one on you? You're not priceless? You're not priceless? You cost $59.99 in a ride in the car with some chips. Shit crazy, man. That shit be crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no games with no dudes, no females, none of that shit. I look at everything everybody be talking about, and I be like, this shit corny, yo. Because everything is based off that. And then most of y'all strength and structure is based off that. That's the system. So you basically saying, I'm more in the system than anybody else. I'm the system, man. Yeah, I be in the system. I be in the system like a motherfucker. Y'all ain't in the system like me. No, I'm not. You're right. You're right. I'm not. I don't need much to be happy. I never needed much to be happy because I was naturally born. I never was really taken by what the system. I was watching what they was doing, but I was like, yo, why they building new stuff? We come from the earth. So I'm like, yo, they building new stuff. They built that over there. Why they building new stuff? That's how we used to think back in the day. Not, yo, I can't wait to get that. You know what I'm saying? We liked being together. Our family back in the day was happy because we came together. We used to sit on the floor, my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, all my cousins. I was like little. Put mad newspaper on the floor. All the bullshit they write, we put it on the floor and sit on it. Dump mad crabs on it. Cracking crabs and throwing shells on it. Ain't care about the news. We was together. Family sat on the news. Ain't care about it. We sat on the news. We ain't care about the world because we was thick. It's a bunch of us. 20 motherfuckers in the house eating crabs. Sitting on newspaper. The symbology to the aspect showed it wasn't no care to the system. Even though we had to deal with it, we was together. At one point, we couldn't even drink sodas. My nana wasn't having that. She was like, I ain't drinking no fucking soda. You don't drink soda over here. You want some water? You want some juice? You need some juice. Some water. You ain't getting no soda. That shit gonna fuck you up. That's how it was when we was coming up. Wasn't quick to be a part of the system, but then, you know, you get that addiction. You do a little drug here and there. You see the little shines here and there. You want somebody who get a little bit of money. You want to feel what that looks like. You want to get high off what that look like. success starts to equate to what the movie said. Or how the dude was walking down the street and he embarrassed you because they was living in their world of control. So you was like, yeah, I want that too. I'm going to get successful. Y'all don't even look at it right. Don't even look at it right. Be over there like, yo, as long as the way you going to win is by getting in somebody else's world and succeeding. Don't you think that's the reason why they destroy your world so much? So you won't? You trying to run to their world and be the best. Why they destroy your world? And you don't even got a place to compete. Why you think they always somewhere discovering some shit or there first? Oh, we got the Antarctica first. Nobody can come out here. They want to represent the whole fucking earth. How if it's a treaty? Because your ass don't know. You ain't doing it. You don't get it. I can't go by myself. I can't be like, I'm out here. Nah, I need a lot of y'all. Like, I need a lot of y'all. Ain't about signing no papers. It's about move. Y'all hard for what? You powerful for what? To look at your people and be like, I'm mad at you? Because deep down inside, ain't nobody making no moves. No real worldly moves. For the world. For the whole world, because whole thing. It was a treaty. Ain't nobody representing me with my mind right. But if your mind ain't right, most of y'all addicted to the system. So then, yeah, I'm not right for you. You don't see the light on me. You look at me and be like, oh, ain't no charger over there. He ain't got all these big chains around his neck. He don't look like a slave, glamorized. Keep in mind, you went from wearing buckled chains to change that shine. You get all this money and then you lose your mind. You don't get this money and then try to refine. You don't get this money and go buy you a line. You don't try to get no land or build no houses. Don't plant no farms or pull no spouses. You don't do none of that. You just turn your back because you out here trying to get you a heavy stack. You a boxer. You a rapper. You a actor. You are actors. Yeah, I see how y'all doing and all y'all just sit up in the trap bus. Out here trying to trap us. Talking about, look at me, look at me, look at me. While we all looking at you, ain't nobody looking at us because you got somebody representing for us. Naga.